Somebody asked me the other day why I make my how-to videos, and they thought it was because I wanted to show off all the things that I can do. And that's not really why I do it. I mean, yeah, I think it's great that I know how to do these things, but at the same time, I think it's more because I want people to know that they can do it themselves. I want people to realize their potential. I want people to realize that you can do it too. Nobody was born knowing how to do basically anything. Nobody was born knowing how to fix a car or how to build a fence or a deck or a bookshelf or tint windows or I don't know, anything. But people learn how to do that. And you can learn how to do almost anything. Some of the videos I make, it's my first time doing stuff. A lot of the stuff, especially car-related stuff, I've been doing since I was a teenager, and I'm almost 60 now. Yeah, I know, I look great for 60, right? Actually, I'm only 59. But that's okay. Sometimes I feel like 95. I switch the numbers around. It just depends on the day. But, anyway, the point is, I make these videos so people can figure out how to do something so that they can do it themselves. I get a great feeling of accomplishment when I do something. I tend to be a very visual guy, so I tend to find my best feelings of accomplishment when I've done something that looks visually different. I learned that years ago when I was a mechanic. I could fix the brakes on a car and they work good. This car stops, it's great, no noises, no weird stuff, but it still looks the same. Then I got into body work, and I could take a car with holes in it and rust and dents and whatnot and make that look good again. I can change the color of a car and that looks good. I recently got into wrapping. Well, yeah, last year I got into wrapping vehicles, and I love doing that stuff. Sometimes it's difficult, but I enjoy it. Now, I also fix things and I make things from scratch, and I just show people how to do stuff. One thing that you've got to be aware of is to not, well, you got to be in your head, you got to not sure, I should say you should not be in your head. You have to get over the fact that you don't know how to do something. And remember that when you're fixing something, it may have been designed by a team of engineers that went to school for 400 years to learn how to do it. But they designed it to be made by the average person with limited skills, limited training. People on an assembly line might get a couple hours of training or something and shown how to do something, depending on what they're making, of course. And then they get told, okay, here, put this together, clip it here, screw it there, you're done, right? So, just because it was designed by somebody with a lot of training doesn't mean that you can't fix it, because it was designed to be put together by the average person. So you can do it too. And that's my main motivation for making these videos, is to show people that they can do it too. Don't be intimidated by the fact that you've never done it before. It drives me crazy, and believe me, that's a short drive. When somebody says to me, oh, I can't do that. Well, why can't you do that? Oh, because I've never done it before. Yeah, well, there was a time when I'd never done it before either. So let's learn how. Most things are relatively easy to do once you've learned how to do them. And right now I'm driving a standard car, and I love it. But I find that a lot of people are intimidated by learning how to drive a standard. But if you know how, it's easy and it's even fun. Maybe that should be a topic for another video down the road. Down the road, no pun intended. So, that's about it for today. Don't be afraid to try something new.